Hi, everybody. I'm back. I'm Jasmine Navarro, certified wellbeing expert, working with teenagers or young people in educational institutions and also in companies supporting family wellbeing. And as you know, every week I do lives where I interview different experts who make a difference in people's lives. And this week, I'm very excited to be interviewing my very good friend, Dana. Dana, thank you so much for coming. And you look amazing, I have to say. Can you tell us about yourself and what you do?
I'm very happy to be here. We've spoken for a while to do this, and I'm happy to be finally here with you. So I'm very, very happy, and I'm really excited for everyone who can hear us. So hi to everyone. All right. So what I do, I work with mother entrepreneurs, and I have a question for you, Jasmine. Do you
Oh,
know?
really? Okay.
Yeah. So, do you know what is one of the major challenges that women with children have when running a business?
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is like lack of time and feeling burnt out.
Yeah, that's exactly
Oh,
it.
really?
So yeah, so it's balancing because we as mothers we have multiple hats. So we run businesses. We have to look after our children and our relationships with our partners and everything else, our homes and everything else. So achieving balance between all these areas of our lives, it's a main challenge. And
Yeah.
this is what I do. I help women entrepreneurs, mothers, especially with service businesses, and I help them achieve balance
Wow.
between
This
family.
sounds so important. Let me
Yeah.
just say hi, I finally caught you live. I can't see your name, so I don't know who it is. This is from the Facebook group. Definitely time, yes. So
Yeah.
Dana, I mean it's so important what you do, and I know you're creating such an impact because I mean I'm part of your community and I can just see how it's growing and how people are really, myself included, are really benefiting from being in this group. But I think personally, I think it's challenging even having that like building that community. Like, can you tell us what made you decide to do that and how are you doing it? Because yeah, I really respect it.
I thank you.
Super.
I mean, we are happy to have you there, and there are many like you there. So it started with an experience I had with three other mother entrepreneurs. We started a book club,
Yeah.
and we were seeing each other every week, and we talk about the book a bit, but mainly we talk about how is it to be a mother, how is it about children, and how is it to run businesses. We gave each other ideas, and I was really looking forward, and we all of us saw the benefits in that. So one day I asked them in one of his book clubs, I said, what shall I do? I feel like I want to, as a business coach, because I wanted to know, I was working with entrepreneurs, but how can I impact more than one-on-one? And I was doing, shall I have a workshop? Shall I have a networking event? And they just say, networking event, networking. So I was, okay, I haven't organized networking events before. So yeah, this is how it started with one networking event.
Wow, and look at it now. That is absolutely amazing. And I must ask you, you chose this title, The Power of the Right Community. So can you tell us a bit more about that and what that means?
Yeah. Yes. We are part of many communities, and each community have its own purpose, right?
Yes.
So whatever roles we have in our lives, what is it? Having a community to support that helps, and choosing the right community for your personality, where you are in your life, what are your needs. So choosing that, what makes you, wanna be there, and makes you feel that you belong and you are being seen and being heard and being accepted for who you are. And
Yeah.
that's I think it's important.
Oh, definitely. And those things are so simple, aren't they? Being seen and being heard, but it's everything. It's simple, but it's just, I think, but sometimes because it's so simple, it's easily overlooked and people forget about the foundation, and it is the foundation, isn't it, of everything, actually, especially a community. But
Yeah.
so what kind of challenges do you see and do you help with in your group? I can imagine all different
Yeah.
ones.
So
Mhm.
mother entrepreneurs usually when they start as they give up corporate life or careers long time before, or they just switch in order to spend time with more children or follow their passion. We all have different reasons. And the challenge is that when we start working on our own, we sometimes feel lonely. Like
Yes,
here is
definitely.
my office, I'm in my bedroom. I spend lots of time here and I spend lots of time alone. And so connecting,
Yeah.
doing that and connecting with peers, someone who understands you, so who goes to the same journey as you. So this is one of the challenges
Yeah.
of
Oh,
connecting.
yeah. Oh, definitely. I think that's so important. I mean, loneliness is,
Mm.
I mean, because yeah, I get really lonely because same as you, I work a lot just by myself, me and my laptop.
Yeah,
And even though you're talking to a lot of people, like on Zoom and meetings
yeah,
and things like that, it's not, you just feel, because when you obviously finish the meeting, it's just, you can't talk to somebody
yeah,
afterwards, can you? Just like, I guess if you're in an office, or when I was teaching at the school, after a lesson or something, you would come back, you'd have a break, and you would connect with
yeah,
fellow colleagues, and you would be having the same sort of problems. But when
yeah,
it's just you by yourself, yeah. So I think it's so important.
yeah.
It's so important what you do.
There is another challenge, and which is built our community on, is having support,
Yeah.
having a shoulder to say it's all right not to know everything, it's all right to make mistakes. So that's one way of supporting. Another supporting is exchanging each other. I'm buying from you, you're buying from me, or recommending each other businesses. And so that's supporting. It plays a major role in. It's part of a
Yeah.
community. What you get out of a community support.
Yeah.
And the last one, what is build our community on, called Mompreneurs UAE, we haven't mentioned.
Yeah.
Uh, it's inspiring, that when you see others who have made it, they come a long way and they learn, and you look up and say, I just started a bit later, I'm just struggling a bit, but I know it's possible because they've done it, so I can do it too.
Mm.
So 3 pillars for our communities: connect, support, inspire. And I
Brilliant.
find that, and it just came to me when I started the community, what is it exactly that's needed? And I think I intuitively knew, because it keeps coming back to me. So that guides us in our community, building our
Yeah.
community.
No, I think that's so important. I think, yeah. And seeing, like you said, seeing other people who maybe started out in your current situation now, and seeing that they actually have
Yeah,
made it, like you said, and
yeah,
sharing knowledge as well. Because I think in your group, there's a lot of knowledge that's shared.
yeah,
So, like you said, I guess that is part of supporting, helping
yeah,
each other, sharing knowledge. But I still think, because like when you said, when you organized your first networking events, like, is it stressful, like what you're doing? Like, how do you cope? How do you manage with your stress? Because
yeah. I
it's,
was I was very stressed, very stressed. So what do? I prepare a lot. So at that time, I remember I organized the networking event, and I had a timeline. I knew when I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Plus, I came with that timeline to the women I told you we started. They were at that time, they were my support team. And they were for a while, and then they move on. So at that time, I ran through it. So I'm gonna do this. What do you think? And then they gave me feedback. So that was very important
mm,
for me, because they were people who were joining. So they wanted to know what they want to hear, what they want to do, what they don't want to. So they made me because as it, I was a business coach. He said, Dana, do not sell. Do not sell, because if you try to get clients there, they will not trust you. I was
oh,
not sell, but they just warn me. I was like, no, I'm just doing for business, but just make sure. So this is one of the rules that I kept it up to now. I never sell in the networking event. I am there. I am a service of them. I'm never the focus.
wow, that's a
Yeah.
brilliant piece of advice, I
Yeah.
think. Because yeah, you're right. Because it's not attractive if you are going to join a community and you feel like people just want something from you.
Yeah.
Because when you're in business anyway, I feel like that most of the time, that somebody wants something. Business is like that, isn't it? It's quite aggressive. But so of course, I think that's a really good point that you made. You want it to be a safe community.
Yeah. And I keep it to this day. And we started a community almost 2 years ago, and I never offer my services there. I don't. Well, some of them, they become my clients, but because of the connections that we had and the service that I this, because people, they know me and I know them. I met so many of them. You can believe, like hundreds. And some of them are very good friends became. So that's really,
and I guess it takes time.
My life. I'm sorry?
I guess it takes time, doesn't it? It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, all of this trust, does it? Like, how long has it taken, would you say? Has it taken the 3 years? Like,
I start I think I got trust from the beginning because I went there with serving. I'm there to serve. I'm there to help you. And this is what I do. That's my mindset. I don't go there to get clients. I'm here, and if any mompreneurs are listening to this, they can vouch for it. I'm there for their own benefits. At our events, they have connections, they get clients, they go there for their business. And I'm just a support system for that.
Facilitator. That's amazing.
Facilitator,
yeah. Hi, Jacob. Jacob says, I agree with that. Not to sell within a community.
Yeah.
Because it's not a community then, is it, if it's selling? And hi, Azam John. Good, he says. Thank you very much for your comment. But no, that is a good point. And I was going to say something. So what else do you do in this community? Because I know you have your Facebook group, which I am part of, and I know you do lots of events. Like, how do you know what events to do, and what events do you do, and how does it all serve?
Yeah. So I think what makes our community different is that as mothers, we have a high level of empathy. So when we become mothers, when we have a child, we change. It's scientifically proven we change. So we bring that with us. So we really connect with that. So there is trust because we come there is vulnerability, there is willingness to help, there is there is the values what we live on. It's the value of authenticity, which is being ourselves, the value of growth. We are there for that. So plus, connect, support, inspire, these are our values. So I'm always myself. I'm never someone else. I don't put a face. So this is how you build trust, by being yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely. And what kind of events do you do for your community? Because I know you've always got events.
I always do events because I believe meeting in person has value. And so we do networking events. We call them morning connection because we want to connect. And it's mornings during the week because this is when mothers have the time to when children are at school, that we connect. So morning connections. We also do workshops, and you ask what is it that makes us choose the workshops. I choose the workshop based on the feedback what I receive. And another way, I choose the workshop based on what I needed. So I know what's important as well. I choose the workshop based on what I hear from them, telling me that they want what other workshops were before. So I sometimes repeat them, and I try some workshops that don't work. So I know it's not for them, even though, so we do workshops. And lately, I'm not sure if you saw in the community, I did, it's a new initiative, and I'm always changing. I'm always trying new things.
Brilliant.
Just idea comes, and let's see how that works.
Yes.
So now I have been contacted by many mompreneurs asking to run workshops for the community. And I have a plan of workshops to make, and the others will come. So I feel like, which one shall I choose? Because I want to give everyone an opportunity to do it. So what I did, I asked them, I created a Google form, and I asked them to register interest for running workshops. And then we put it on the community for members to vote which workshops they want to attend.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of, yeah, like you said, research and preparation going on behind the scenes. And I think, yeah, that's the only way you know, actually, isn't it? It's just by asking.
Yeah,
You've got to get
before I knew, then some workshops did not work. Even I thought they would work, and they did not. It's like we talk
really.
about mom's guilt. It's a big thing, mom's guilt. Like you say, like feeling guilty when you do it and you go away. And we organized a workshop on mom guilt, and then they not come. So
Oh,
we had to cancel. So here is the thing about it, which I thought, it's my theory, what
yeah.
I have, that, as I say, we all part of different communities, and we are in a community with a purpose. We choose a community, each community with a purpose. So the mompreneurs, they choose as mainly entrepreneurship. So they want to learn, they want to grow as entrepreneurs. So these are the workshops that really, or the knowledge value,
Oh, oh, more than
more
the
than others.
parents, more than the parents thing.
Parenting or
It's more,
womanhood on that, because they don't register as much on those. So I think what the purpose, what I am here for this reason, and this is I expect and I'm interested to get from this.
oh, wow. Wow. So it's
It's
all of
just a theory I developed because I was like, trying
yeah,
different
yeah,
things.
yeah.
And
So,
yeah.
so it sounds like the business part of it is what people are really needing right now.
Yeah. And every morning connection that we have, it has elements like speed networking so that they can connect. They have introducing their business so they can practice their pitch, and also the others to hear. It has the
Brilliant.
networking, and then it has two other elements. It's always educational session on business, which is from me or from others, so it's business related, and it's also other on. We used to have before a guest speaker who going to talk about their journey as inspiration.
Yes.
And lately we organize something like we said, womanhood, parenting, self-love. And when I had the feedback, that was very much appreciated. So even though they don't register for workshops, when it's given to them, they appreciate it because, we are humans and we have all other roles.
Exactly. And these are all online. These are online, these ones,
We have online and in person.
and in person. So the morning connections, or is it just depends? Sometimes it's online, sometimes it's face to face.
Yeah, my target is to have once a month online, once a month in person. The online we started this year. After Corona, no one, I didn't want it online anymore. But now
Yeah.
I embrace online very much. I'm doing my Zoom calls and my coaching mainly online. So now we are going back because we see it's saving time.
Wow, amazing. Okay. Well, no, I think it's a great community that you have, and it's so well. There's so much that you're offering. So I think I will
Yeah.
definitely come very soon. And so, what do you think you've learned the most about having this community?
I learned to communicate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got the courage to speak in front of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That is a brilliant skill.
Yeah. Yeah. Because before that, because English is not my first language, I'm from Romania. And I thought, my English is not good enough. My accent doesn't sound well. And I cannot express myself as I see others, or even the
Wow.
word I cannot say this eloquently, I think it is. So I wanted, and I never spoke like every time I wrote an email or a message out there. If more than one person will read, I would take me forever to write it.
Wow.
But with the community, I had a higher purpose, and it was to talk in front of people, to write, to do like hundreds emails to hundreds of people, and now thousands, because our community has 2,400 plus members.
Wow.
Yeah, so now I speak, I do lives, I write messages, and because of the purpose that I have, I couldn't have made it without it. If I don't talk, how would I
I
bring my
love
purpose
that.
to
I
life?
love
So
that.
yeah.
When you have that higher purpose, then you just have to crush your
Yeah.
fears, don't you? Because
Yeah.
it's a higher purpose.
Yeah.
Wow. So
I
yeah.
was before doing the community, I was off social media for a year.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah. And then when I started, I was told you need to be on Facebook. And I was like, but I haven't been for a year. And said, well, this is how you bring your community. So I had to start, even I don't like it. Because it was part of one of my principles not to be there. But again, I had a purpose. I had to do things to serve it,
Yeah.
the
And
service of others.
because, like I said, I have a community, a small community on Facebook as well. But as I was saying to you before, I just get a little bit overwhelmed, and I've got so much to do. And I was doing things, posting things, lives, but then I sort of stop. You stop doing one thing, and then eventually you just sort of stop doing things. So how do you manage all of, like you were saying about the balance? Like, how do you manage all of this, the time, and how do you prioritize what to do? I know you said it's based a lot on feedback, but how do you plan your week and your month and your year? Like, do you plan it all in advance?
I tried before to book the time for mompreneurs and time for coaching in my calendar. And the community took much longer for than coaching. So I would just take
Yeah.
time for coaching. So that did not work. So
Oh,
what
okay.
I have, and I did for a while, I have theme days on the group. So on Monday, it's our business day. So I know this is what we talk about Monday. So it's a post. On Tuesday, we welcome new members. All right.
Okay.
We started Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to have also theme, but that one I am not consistent with it. So it's moving forward on that. Yeah. So having theme days where you have and your community knows when is it, so they come for it, and they
Yes.
know Monday is business day. I need to go mompreneurs to promote my business. Another thing it helps. It's having help from others. So I organized last year, I think about this time, a mompreneurs half day market with educational session, even a fashion. Was it? I think May fashion show, but here wasn't. So it was our big event, and it was crazy. I worked so hard on it.
Did you?
Yeah, so I did two of them a few months in between, and after the last one in May, I was burnout, and you know a lot about burnout. So I
No.
wrote to the group, I need help. I can't do this alone. I realized I can do this alone. Never again I'm going to do this alone. So
Yeah.
I had women come and contact me. I want to help. So at the
Wow.
moment, I have there are 5 women. They're mompreneurs squad team, which we meet regularly as much as we can. Sometimes we miss, but it's
Yeah, of course. You do what you can. Yeah.
yeah, we do what we can. So one of them is helping me with this, having the survey for the workshops. I just gave it to her. I said, please run this. So she's doing it for mompreneurs, not exactly for me, but
Yes,
myself.
yes.
So getting help also helps. Not alone, not only alone. Don't do it alone.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can't do it alone because you will burn out. You
I
will.
done
I
it
mean,
alone for so long. So yeah,
yeah,
but yes, it's good to get help.
the right help. So getting the right help as well.
Yeah.
No, it sounds brilliant. And what else like is important about all of this community and your work? Like, what else would you like to tell us about?
I at the beginning when I started the community, we started on WhatsApp, and then we had a Facebook group.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, and the first women at the beginning, there were about 100. So they come from the community where I live, about 30. There were, I think, 60. And then they come from other communities, gated community near where I live. And they come, they're so excited. And then as the time passed, they stop coming. And the others, a new one will come. So I felt at some time, I took it personally. I was like, oh, I'm not doing the right thing. Why they're not coming? Why,
Oh,
yeah. So, and then a friend of mine gave me a metaphor that I like to share with you, and that
yes, please.
helps me on this. Uh, she says, mompreneurs, your community is like a train, a passing train. So people go on it when they need it, and they stay on it as long as they need. And when they had what they come from, they leave. So you are a conduct for them. And I notice mompreneurs is mainly helps our events. It helps for people with new businesses, for mompreneurs with new businesses. The one we've established, they already have a support system. They are very busy in what they do. The one who don't have a business yet are there looking for information, but they don't come to events because they say, what do I go? I don't have a business. I don't have nothing to sell. But they want to be in the space. So the ones who join are the ones who just started usually.
Right.
And
Okay.
they attend events, they get the confidence, they do partnerships, they get
I do.
clients. So then they are no longer beginners, they are established. So they have already a support system.
Wow, that's brilliant.
So yeah, this is mainly for new businesses.
Yeah. That's brilliant. And I guess, sorry?
And that's why new people all the time, because in a few networking events, they are already seasoned, they got knowledge, they got connections, they get clients, they're in a different level.
That's brilliant. And also, I think what you said as well, and about the metaphor, it's like, it's so easy to think, what have I done wrong, or what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
But actually, it wasn't about you. It's not about you. It's like you said, it's where they are and what's happening with them. And it's not.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really good lesson that I'm learning, is not to take anything personally in business.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. I mean, I know it, but I remind myself, but I still do take things personally. But then I'm like, no, it's not about me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes. So another thing is told me when I started, how it is to have a networking event. So yes. I prepare a lot. I remember a few days before, I will, like I said, timeline and everything, and then I will prepare my speech. So I knew what I'm going to say. So I practice that and then go in front of my husband. And I say, here's what I'm going to say. Yeah. And my husband is a very, with a focused mind, he can really, like we say in coaching, bottom lining,
Okay.
and
streamline
it. So we say, oh, you are saying too much. I don't know. You lost me. All right. So what are you going to say? Yeah. Why are you going to say? So say first, what are you going to say? Why is it important? And how are you going to do that? So he helped me structure my speech for each of us.
That's
and
brilliant.
Now I don't go to him anymore. But when I have my speech, I always say what I'm going to say, why is it important, and how we're going to do that.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm going to write that down. So what am I going to say? Why?
Yeah. Why is it important? Why you want to say that? What's in it for them?
And the last thing?
How you're going to tell them. Yeah. How we're going to get the learning. So I use that when I structure workshops, when I structure networking events, my sessions, everything.
But that's brilliant that now you don't need to practice.
I don't need to practice. I just do in the night. Because I have the agenda already done. So, and I take as educational session from my side, I take things which I work with my clients. So it's something what I do daily. So it's very easy. So I just then do the thing, like main points, timeline, and that's it.
Basically, you've overcome the fear of like public speaking. So once you've overcome that, well, you're just yourself then, aren't you? Because once you can remain calm, then it flows. It's natural. It's all natural, and it's okay if you're not perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect, is it?
Yeah, because I'm not there to sell myself. I'm just being me, trying to help people, trying to help them. So even if I do a mistake, I'm human. I'm not,
I love it.
It's all right.
That's really important for speaking in general, isn't it? That's what somebody once told me when I was doing a talk, and I was so nervous. It was unbelievable. And they were like, it's not about you. It's all about them. It's all about them. And then I was like, yeah, it's not about me. It's about them. And that kind of helped me as well. Instead of focusing on being nervous, it was like, no, focus on them. But no, thank you so much, Dana. You've shared so many amazing tips. Is there anything else you would like to say before we go? And also, how can people find you and join this community? And also you can put the link on this post as well, if you like. But tell us how people find you.
Well, our community is built on Facebook. Because this is the best out of the social media for building communities. It's called Mompreneurs UAE. And every time there are 3 questions to answer, and this is only for mother entrepreneurs living in UAE in various stages of a journey. So there are 3 questions, answer the question, and I am the one to welcome them in the community.
Oh, brilliant. Excellent. And would you like to say anything else before we go?
I just thank you very much. I really I don't know, grateful for the opportunity to talk, and it was a pleasure being here. And I wish you good luck to you, Jasmine, and to everyone else.
Wow, thank you so much, Dana. I've learned so much from you from the beginning, because I just remember meeting you before I even trained as a coach.
Yeah.
I just remember. Do you remember? I
Yeah.
just remember all the amazing advice you gave me. And Jacob
Yeah.
says, "Thank you, Jasmine." Oh, thank you to Dana. Thank you so much, Jacob. Thank you so much.
All right.
But no,
Thank you.
thank you, Dana. I really appreciate our friendship, and I appreciate everything that you do. And you were definitely a massive inspiration to me, and you still are, right at the beginning of my coaching journey. Yeah. So cannot wait to see you soon at one of your events, and I will see everybody next week.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.